just hearing his voice at times brings back sure joy and also brings back sure fear because the head coach, like, you're going to get the good end of it sometimes, or you can get the bad end of it sometimes. And he shot it straight with you from day one. I think I've talked on here before about his biggest thing was, and he'd be director. They'd tell you, look, it's not your fault. He's like, you screwed up. He's like, I thought you could do that. I was wrong. You weren't good enough to do that. Or he'd even go as far as, it's not your fault. We're the ones that recruited you. We're the ones that thought you could play here, and obviously you can't. But yeah, I mean, with that also comes the big hugs and the celebration and the praise. Like, that's football, right? There's going to be ups and downs, goods and bads along the way. But the experience that I had in my 4 years here and kind of the ramp up, because it wasn't always great, right? It wasn't always rainbows and sunshine. We were 6-1 my freshman year, number 4 or 6 in the country, and lost 5 in a row. Didn't make a bowl game my freshman year. And Coach Spurrier reminded me of that on Friday night. So I mean, it's not there's growing pains along the way, and I think a lot of the guys that got here before that 2010 class when we won the East, I mean, the guys that played before that, I mean, we were a 7-5, 6-6. I don't think we were any better than 7-5 my first 3 years before we went 9-3 and won the East, and we were able to make some headway. But I think that our experiences and the ups and downs and the goods and bad of those first 3 years really kind of sharpened us into who we became, and the leaders that came after us were crafted and made from those leaders that had those bad experiences before. I mean, passing along, and I spent a lot of time with Chaz Sutton, TJ Johnson, Connor, just to name a few. I mean, and there were a boatload of guys there. I think we had about 60 guys show up for the game, which was awesome. But those guys will sit there and say it. With as good as it was not easy.